All right, we're talking about equipment today. Basically, everything you should know for equipment. It's not going to be super specific. This is more what you need to know, and how to get equipment, how to upgrade equipment, how to re-roll equipment, what is awakened equipment, how do you get it, and what you want to get from your equipment to have the best chance of winning. This isn't telling you what equipment to put on your Kefla or your Kid Buu. It's not that specific. You can get really in depth what you want in equipment, but this is more the general idea so you understand equipment. Now, I've done one of these kind of before, but I think this is a little more in-depth than that, and it helps out both new players and players who might have been playing for a little while, but just don't put that much thought into equipment. So either way, I hope this video helps you out. If it does, leave a like, but I guess you'll find out if you like it or not when you keep watching. Jumping in though, we have our party screen, which is where you're going to find equipment. There's the party formation button, the soul boost button, the character list button. Even if you're new, you've probably seen this screen before. It's where you put your characters in the team to play PvE or PvP. What you see is the big old equip button you'll click, and it brings you to your list of all the equipment you have. You'll see there's Z, S, A, all the letters. Z plus, Z and S are considered like great, good. A is considered good. And then anything below A, if you've been playing for a while, you don't really want to use at all. If you're just starting, use whatever equipment you got, because any equipment is better than no equipment. So use what you've got at the beginning, but once you start playing a bit more, you're going to want Z plus, Z, S, and then if you don't have those, A. Now, equipment is very random. It's completely random, actually, for the most part. You just click upgrade, and then it's going to give you some amount of boost. You have no control over it. You can re-roll, but that's about it. There are specific types of equipment you're going to look for. You're going to want to use the golds, which have the gold border, pretty obvious. There's the golds awakened equipment, or any awakened equipment for some part. The awakened is just slightly different from the normal as it has those ridges on it. I'll get into how to awaken later on, but that's just another type of equipment you want to use. And then there is the black equipment, which you can see here. And normally that's just for specific LF characters, like this one. This one is for the LF Green Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Only he can use it, and not every LF has one. Like Vegito Blue does not have one. I don't think Super Vegito has one. Normally it's for LFs who have kind of fallen out of the meta and need upgrades because they're just not as good as the new units coming out now. You can see in the equip conditions there, it says Vegeta and then has his specific Legends unit number. There are other equip conditions for units, or for equipment. There's like only Fusion Warriors can use this, only Saiyans, only female warriors. There's all sorts of stuff for tags, so make sure you look at that because that's kind of the most important on who can use what. Since if you're not a Fusion Warrior, you cannot use the Fusion tag equipment. It's that obvious. This is another example of a black equipment, but this one can be used by anyone. Normally those are not very good. If you're just starting, use it of course, but once you start playing more, you're not really going to use those. There's the friendship one, but that absolutely has no use anymore since they got rid of the Zenkai friendship requirement, so it's completely trash now. This is the Goten one, but there's a whole bunch of different types of equipment. As you can see here, we have there's silver and bronze. It's pretty obvious if you have eyes and you just look at the color of the border. But I just wanted to show you an example of a silver and bronze right there. But gold, awakens gold, and the black for LFs is the main equipment you're going to be using. With it, there's 3 different slots on units, or not on units, my mind is all over the place, on equipment. There's 3 different slots on equipment. The first slot, you have no control over. That's given to you. Whatever you get is what you get. You cannot change it. You cannot re-roll it. It's set in stone. That's what you get. The second and third slots, though, you are able to erase and re-roll if you do not like the boost it gives you. So say a unit has 1 to 10% for strike attack, and you get a 2%. That's not very good. So you're going to want to erase it and re-roll it so that you can get a better one. To do so, you'll pick on whatever unit you want, and there's that little triangle button there. You're going to want to click that. I'll show it, over here. You click in and you'll see 2 and 3, and it lists the boosts. That's the second and the third slot where you click in. you can see the boosts here on the unit. This one has a gold in the first slot, and gold normally means the boost is almost at maximum, and then pink is even closer, if not at maximum, for the boost that equipment can give you. You want gold and pink on for your first slot. I'll jump into that in a second here. But the second and third slot, you're going to want to look at the percentages. You can see that's 10.75 from a 6 to 15 scale. So it could definitely be better. It's about right in the middle-ish right now. So if I wanted to, I could click that one in the erase tab and go and erase it. And then you just click upgrade like you did originally. And then it'll give you another random amount. It could be worse, could be better. You hope it's better, but sometimes it can take quite a few amount of rerolls. Rerolling, it costs either crystals, CC, or erasers and Zenny. I would not recommend using CC. You'd rather save that for summoning and whatnot. But the erasers aren't very hard to come by, and then Zenny, maybe you're low at the beginning when you first start, but once you start playing, you really start racking up Zenny, so Zenny kind of becomes just not even like a thought in your mind. When you're upgrading though, every time you remove and reroll over and over, it only costs 1 eraser every time, but for the first time you do it, you can see it costs 2 million, and then if I removed it, if I upgraded it and then removed that again, it costs 3 million, and then again it's 4. Every time it just goes up by 1 million Zenny for every time you do it on a specific unit. That changes if you go to a different unit, and it also resets once a day passes at the daily reset. At the top, you can see you've got your erasers, your Zenny, and then your CC. That just tells you how much you have of each. So I could do 21 rerolls right now because I have 21 erasers. I mean, I could start using CC, but I don't like doing that. Rather save that for summoning. The only reason you reroll is to get a better percentage. Otherwise, you don't need to reroll. You want units, of course. If you have all 3 pink slots, you'll have a Z plus equip, and that's the best. I don't think you can have Z with all pinks. Maybe you can. I don't know. I haven't seen that, but you get really good. That's the best. You want all pink slots if you can. You want your units to have either a gold or a pink slot in the first one, and be rank C. So you'll get it, and they will have no upgrades. It'll be fresh out the box. You'll see that there is either a green, gold, or pink / red, you know, whatever it looks like to you, gem in the first slot. You want it to be gold or pink / red, and C. You can get a D with a gold, but you'd rather have C because those have the highest chance of getting upgraded to Z plus, Z. If you get a green equip in the first slot, no, don't even bother, unless you're just starting out, in which case, again, any equip is better than no equips. Now, as you can see here, that one has a gold and the D. That's what it looks like when you get it and you haven't upgraded it yet. The D isn't as good as the C. You'd rather have a C that's prime, mint condition. Pink C is the best, but gold C is also very good. I don't even upgrade gold Ds because at this point I just want Z and Z plus equips, some S's. But you can sell equips. I guess this is important because you can only hold so many equips at once. So the ones you're not using, you can sell. And they made it recently where you're actually able to sell 20 at once. So if I just quickly tap through here, you can see that they're able to sell 20 at once, and I get a certain amount of Zenny for selling them. So that's nice that they made it that you can sell more than one at once. You can also upgrade more than one at once. If you click the upgrade all, it'll bring up this menu here. You can upgrade 10. I'm not going to upgrade these because they're all worthless to me, and I don't want to waste the souls. Not that souls are, super valuable, but so you can upgrade a bunch if you have a bunch of, if you're just going through farming equipment for a day, you're just upgrading a bunch. That makes it a lot easier. You can sort equipment. There's order received, which shows you when you got it. So the newest ones are at the top, oldest are at the bottom. Favorites, if you click the favorite button, it'll make an equipment your favorite, and then it'll show up there. Rank is how I normally sort things, unless I'm deleting. Rank shows your best at the top, so your Z, your S, whatever. Rarity, this will show you all the awakened black ones, followed by the black ones, followed by the awakened golds, and then the golds. And then unique ability, or what is unlocked abilities, I can't read. Unlocked abilities, that shows you the ones with 3 slots filled at the top and then 1 at the bottom. The only ones you're really going to want to use are rank and most recent. So Then, of course, if you want to go further, you can do all of these. There's this, where you can see the colors and pick the tags and whatnot. It has the movie ones and stuff at the bottom, like anime originals. So it's got every tag in there. A lot of these are pretty worthless. Like, I never use the unlocked abilities. I guess that's can be useful since it can show you all your 1-star ones. The effective game modes and the upgradable equipment are absolutely worthless. I have not seen any game modes that you can't use an equipment in, even though it says there are some. I don't remember any. And then the upgradable equipment, I'm pretty sure every equipment is upgradable. I guess there's the ones you've already upgraded to the max, but you can sort that otherwise. And then equip conditions limit break. I don't even think there are any, at least off the top of my head, that you can't equip on units that don't have a certain amount of stars, so that's pretty worthless. Search bar, if you know the name of a certain equip, you can go ahead and search for it. I don't remember these things' names. I haven't long enough time remembering every unit in the game name. We're low on battery. But that's how you can sort. This is awakened equipment. You click that little button at the top, and then it brings you here. This is a list of all the awakened equipment you can awaken. So you click this. This is for fusions. You'll see you need those green pieces, and then those different looking green pieces. You get those from the Alter Space-Time Rush, essentially. You can earn them from the actual Rush, or from the Rush tokens. You can go in the store and buy them. That's how you get those green and slightly different green puzzle pieces. To awaken, though, you'll click in and you'll need either an A or S of that specific equipment. You'll click yes, and then it'll lock in that piece, and then you'll need whatever else. It's like a recipe. It's like putting in all the ingredients you need. Once you get them all and you have those puzzle pieces, the amounts you need, you'll be able to awaken an equipment. And the difference between an awakened and normal equipment is awakened is just slightly better boosts and more powerful. Sometimes it's different who you can equip it on. It changes from the base to the awakened, but you'll be able to see that. To get these, you just go into the Ultra Space Time Rush store in the exchange shop where you spend those tokens. You'll see all of these in there. I'll show you when I go over to show you other equipment as well. But that's where you find all these. Not every equipment in the game has an awakened form, only some do. So make sure you read the list on what equipment you have to awaken before you go and like, oh, I really like this equipment, let me grind a bunch so I can awaken it. And then you find out it's not awakenable. Make sure you go through the list. But that's awakened equipment. Again, it's very similar to normal, just it's awakened. Again, the equip conditions, it's an important piece to remember. So make sure you remember, because you can't use Fusion Warrior equipment on Frieza. He's not a Fusion Warrior. You can't do it. That's like the #1 thing with equipment, since a lot of them boost a lot of the same things. But Kefla here, you can see she's a strike unit. So I normally try and put equipment that boosts strike on her, because she has a ton of strike cards. And then on the Fusion Warrior team, that's a very strike heavy team. So you're going to want to use a character with a boost to strike, so they get the most out of it. If you have a boost to blast, which you never use blasts, you're not getting the most of that equipment. So that's kind of how you want to specify per team. If you have a blast unit, you want blasts on him, and you can kind of go through and make those decisions looking at your units and who's stronger and what. But I thought I'd toss that little example of Kefla being more of a strike focused unit and why I use strike boosting equips on her. But here we'll jump to the exchange shop to show you where to get these all types of equipment, not just the awakens. If it wants to load in here, you'll scroll down and you'll see the equipment medal. There we go, brain's not working. You can see there's the LF ones at the top for 10 equipment medals, and then the rest are all 3 equipment medals. It has basically every gold or above equip in the game. So you earn these. They always have, you earn a lot of these doing PvP, but then they also bring back events where you can earn the equipment medals. I just haven't spent any of mine in a while since I haven't done any equipment farming. Basically with that, that's how you get a lot of the equipment specifically. You can also get equipments from doing events, which I'll show you in a second, but that's the main spot you're gonna go, especially when you know there's an equipment you want. Events, you click in, you go to upgrade, and there's literally the equipment collection. It has movies, God Key, Saiyan, all the different tags, and when you click reward, it shows you what equips you get. Those boost movie characters. You can normally beat all these challenges in 2 tries, and then you can just skip ticket and collect and farm up equipment. There's all the different tags, so whatever tag you're looking for, you can go there. And then also specific story missions. You click the reward. There's Turtles. You can get Turtles equipment. A lot of story missions have them too. You can just see it in the rewards. It changes for every story mission, and we don't want to sit here going through every single mission on who you can and cannot get for equipment. Awakened, you can see here. This is the Ultra Space Time Rush. You can buy your Awakened equipment here. And if you scroll down even further at the bottom, there's the puzzle pieces and then the rare puzzle pieces. So that's where you get those for the Awakened, and where you get the specific Awakened equipment, awakening slots. You can awaken them. Ultimately, that's about it for equipment. I hope it helped you out. I hope you can understand equipment now and run it in PvP, PvE to help you get the most out of your team. Because equipment, it can be a big help if you use it right. So make sure you use it right. You can only use one equip on a person. So you can use 3 equipments per character. But say you're using the LF Vegeta equipment I showed earlier on the LF Vegeta, you cannot run that in all 3 slots. You can only run it in 1 slot. So you only need 1 of those. But that's about it for equipment. Otherwise, I guess the last thing I should probably mention is to get the other 2 equipment slots on your character, you're going to need to soul boost them. So you'll go in, soul boost them. I think it's up to the 5th tier. 5th tier is when you unlock the 3rd equipment slot. So you're going to want to soul boost them all the way anyway if you're playing PvP. But that's how you get the equipment slots on your units. That's about it for equipment though. If you enjoyed, helped you out, leave that like. If you enjoy Dragon Ball Legends content, hit that subscribe button. Always appreciate it. It is free. Everyone likes free. But yeah, I hope this helped you guys out. And as always, I hope y'all are staying happy and healthy. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.